This is a piano tutorial for the song Where Are You Christmas? And this is actually the version that Faith Hill sang rather than Cindy Lou Who. And very, very nice ballad. I'm going to do it in a simplified way, more for a beginner. And I'll show you the fingering. This is, first of all, is a soloist, so I'll show you the fingering for your right hand. You start with your third finger on a D. And by the way, this has a couple of key changes in it, which is a little bit more advanced. So maybe this is an intermediate song. I don't know how you would define that. But it starts in the key of B flat. And so you have two flats through the majority of the song. And then it changes to the key of D, which has two sharps. And then it changes to the key of, it changes first to the key of C, and which has no, and you get a break for like 8 bars. And then it goes to the key of D and you got two sharps again for the rest of the song. So, but I'll show you the fingering here for the right hand. You start with your third finger on a D. Put your second finger in that B flat. And you're on your third finger on D again. Second finger on B flat there. And then you've got to lift your finger up and put your third finger on this A. Then your thumb's on B flat. B flat again with your thumb. Thumb on G. And that gets you through the rest of that verse there. Then it repeats. Actually has a little bit of a melody there. And then it goes back and repeats with the second verse there. Then it gets to the second ending. You get to this third finger on the D there. Excuse me. Third finger on D. Your thumb on G. Fourth finger on that D. Then it goes up an octave to D, third finger, fourth finger on E flat. And it goes down again to your third finger on this D, E flat there. And your thumb's on G, third finger on B flat, then you got to go under with your thumb. And then it's got a key change, and then your second finger is on E. Fifth finger on G. Third finger on E. And your fifth finger's on that G, then you gotta change it to your third finger. And then another key change. And second finger on F sharp, fifth finger on A, second finger on F sharp again, finish the last note of the song, it's got this soft part at the end. And that's the song, the melody. Then you've got to put your chords with it in the left hand. And those hands are pretty close together because a lot of this melody is down low, so you got to watch that. Third finger starts on that D there, and you start with a B flat chord, which is D, F, B flat. And I'm playing an F chord like this, C, F, and A. There's an E flat chord, B flat, E flat, and G. I like playing it there because it sounds better, but you got a really low note, so you're gonna, now if you got your pedal down, you can lift your hand up so you can play that melody note there. So it's, let me do that part again from the beginning. Excuse me, there's B flat, F, E flat, F, B flat again. Do it like that. I think it sounds better. D, F, and B flat. F chord, C, F, and A. E flat, B flat, E flat, and G. F chord again, C, F, and A. B flat again, D, F, B flat. Let's do that phrase again. So that's an F chord. It doesn't sound that great, but A, C, F. Gotta get it out of the way, the melody there. There's an E flat chord, B flat, E flat, and G. Better there, D, F, B flat. And E flat there, you can do that. No, you can't. You gotta do it like that. B flat, E flat, and G. Do your B flat chord like that. B flat, D, and F. E flat. You can hit that. Your thumb out of the way so you can play the melody note. There's a B flat chord, B flat, D flat, and F. E flat, B flat, E flat, G, F. And then it does the melody, starts on a D here. That's an F chord, E flat, and there's an F chord there, and then it goes back, repeats the next verse. Then it gets to this ending on the second ending there. Then you've got that actually on the the third beat of that measure, you've got a D chord, which is D, F sharp, and A. Then you've got a G minor chord, D, G, B flat. And a D chord, D, F sharp, and A. B flat, D, and F. There's a D chord again, D, F sharp, and A. And then it goes up here. So you got a G minor chord there, D, G, B flat. There's a D chord again, D, F sharp, and A. There's a B flat chord, D, F, B flat. And then you've got a transition chord here. It's a complicated chord. They'll say it says it technically E minor 7 flat 5, but E, G, B flat, and D. Then you got an E flat chord, E flat, D, and B flat. There's an F chord, C, F, and A. D minor, D, F, and A. E flat, B flat, E flat, and G. Then you've got a B flat chord on the fourth beat of that measure, D, F, B flat. There's a C minor chord, C, E flat, and G. There's an E flat chord, E flat, G, B flat. There's a G minor, D, G, B flat. There's an F chord, F, C, F, and A. And then the next measure, you got a G chord. That's your transition chord to the key of C. Then you got a C chord, C, E, G. There's a G chord, D, G, B. F chord, C, F, and A. There's a G chord there. Probably should do it like that, B, D, G. So you got a low note there, C chord again. There's an F chord, C, F, and A. Got an A chord, E, A, C sharp. Then you've got a D chord, D, F sharp, and A. There's an A chord, A, C sharp, E, and A. A G chord, D, G, B. Another A chord, C sharp, E, A. Another D chord, right there, D, G, B, A, C sharp, E, A. There's a D chord, D, F sharp, and A, G, another A. So the trickiest part about putting the hands together on that is keeping your melody out of the way of the chord. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge there, but a really fun song. So work on it hands alone, and then when you put it together, this is what it sounds like. Excuse me. second verse, and then it goes to this.